So, the Rocketeer has gotten a rework, which is very cool. The model for the Rocketeer has also changed. All of the skins have changed. I believe all the skins have changed. Yeah, it looks like all the skins have changed. There's also a new Lunar skin for the Rocketeer for the Lunar New Year's, which is today. And, a lot of people are getting banned. Oh dear, yikes. Yeah, so they're doing a ban wave, and this is glorious. So I might as well just sit here and watch the ban wave just happen. Yikes. Going, still going. Okay, it stopped. Look at all these people. So, if you're one of these people who used a banned, yo, goodbye. It's back to the main topic. No, not the Pyromancer. So the Rocketeer, yes, it's been reworked. I believe it's actually the last level that's actually changed. It looks like the level was changed as well. I actually don't think the level other than the last level was changed, but we'll see. So default's definitely changed. I don't think the Rocketeer's coins cost has changed. So I think it still costs 2,500 coins to unlock. Now, looking at the Rocketeer itself, it doesn't look like the dead zone range nor the range itself has actually changed. I'll have to check it in a second. The range itself, it looks pretty fine. Looks pretty fine itself. Yeah, so it looks like, actually, the changes made to the Rocketeer previously were actually made in anticipation for this. It does look like, though, the icons have changed. So, for example, the fast and reload, it's actually changed to a glove. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So the 3.5 to 3.5 rate actually changed here. It's actually the same as before. So it is still a 8.55 DPS here at this level. So that's cool. Changing it to here, it still gets hidden detection at this level, which is also pretty cool. And it still has like the one rocket here. So if I spawn in an enemy, let's see, get an enemy here, get a, let's say, boomer. It still shoots one rocket at this level. It doesn't get the 4 rockets that it supposedly gets. And it's in a dead zone. In its dead zone, it still can't shoot a rocket here, except when it's aggro. So, yeah. Make sure that the rocket is placed well, and it still can only have it still only has a 5 placement limit. What has changed about the Rocketeer is that it's when it shoots, its rocket is, I think, slightly faster. Slightly more accurate, and it shoots in a loop-de-loop thing like such. So instead of taking, I don't know, 10 years to travel the continent of Botswana, it now does the loop-de-loop and does that. I think it's more accurate as well, I think. Oh wait, no, the Rocketeer got the accurate path thing. So back in the Entity System update on the 12th of March 2022, you got path-based movement prediction, causing it to hit enemies more accurately. So it always had the same thing that the Demo Man and the Mortar had, where it would hit more enemies more accurately since the Entity System update. So it's not really had an issue with hitting enemies accurately, except you'll find out later on that level 4 it's now not got that anymore, ironically. Still costs 15,000 to place down, and it still can only be placed on the ground. Next, 16,000. It's level 2 has actually changed name from direct hit to heavier payload. Cool. It still has like the same as before. It's level 3. Sorry, damage is still remains the same at 150 damage. Its upgrade remains the same at 7,500. However, the main thing here at level 4 is the fact that here at this level it gets quad targeting. So instead of getting an artillery cannon, which people are complaining about because yes, the tower defense simulators community likes to complain about everything, it gets quad targeting. Now this means that the amount of missiles that it shoots out, it increases from 1 to 4. Now, as you can see here, this does mean that the amount of damage that it does decreases from 150 to 90. However, this is technically a misnomer. It increases technically from 90 times 4. So 90 times 4, that's 360. So yeah, it is an increase technically. This is actually a upgrade cost decrease from 20,000 before to 18,500. The upgrade name was actually changed from artillery cannon to missile maelstrom. because it's no longer an artillery cannon. It's now it's actually a mill-style maelstrom. The range has actually changed from 28 to 30. So actually, its range is now greater than it was with an artillery cannon, which doesn't seem that right to me, which is weird. And instead of its quad cannon is weird. So if you've seen the update log, the quad cannons, they all target separate enemies if there are more than one enemy in range. So if you can see here, the boomer, the missiles, if there's only one enemy in range, it targets that one enemy. However, if there are, say, 4 enemies in the range, so if I were to, I don't know, get 4 boomers and then spawn delay of 0.01, then it'll target... Oh, well, actually, I need to actually separate them out to see it more clearly. So if I were to separate out, you can see that they would... the missiles actually separate out more clearly, and it's smarter. So the... sorry, not the boomers. The Rocketeers are smarter when it comes to their targeting, and the missiles will target separate, I don't know, separate enemies. Now, compared to before, the Rocketeers actually decreased its damage from 400 to 360. However, this is counterbalanced by the fact that the range of the Rocketeer has increased from 28 to 30, and the fact that the total cost of the Rocketeer has decreased from 30,850 to 29,350. So the DPS of the Rocketeer at level 4, bearing in mind that the previous levels hasn't changed because none of the previous levels have actually changed any of their statistics. So while I say it is the rework and all of the previous levels Rocketeers have changed their appearances, it's only the last level where there's actually been any nominal DPS changes. So for the last level, its DPS has changed from 132.98 DPS to 119.68 DPS, which is a change, yeah, but it separates out its DPS so it covers like a larger area. So, I mean, yeah, it's a change, but I mean, barely anything. Also, a slight note is that its spread angle is apparently 60 degrees and it's slightly decreased accuracy. I don't know what that means. Apparently, the Rocketeer's accuracy is increased for levels 1 to 3 and it's slightly decreased accuracy for level 4. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I mean, Menton, you can probably find out what that means. Fair enough. Anyways, in terms of cost efficiency, this means that the cost efficiency of the Rocketeer has increased slightly from 231.99 to 245.235. So effectively, the Rocketeer has gone slightly worse with this rework. I mean, to be fair, I think the Rocketeer, it's like, eh. I don't think that with this rework, I don't think people are going to really care too much about the Rocketeer. I think with this, it's going to cover like a large area, sure, but I'm not entirely sure if this is going to entice people too much to get this tower. That being said, though, it does cover a larger area, and it is a big explosion. And to be fair, with an explosion tower like this, it is kind of good for that. That being said, though, not so much damage as before. I mean, yeah, you're doing 50 less damage, which, let's be real, isn't that much. And as you can see, the quick isn't doing that much. And even though it does split its rockets, I guess that spread of 60 degrees, that's what it means by the spread of 60 degrees. Even though, yeah, all the rockets target that slow, it can't spread it that wide. So it has to be within 60 degrees of that slow. So, yeah, it splits its rockets, but it has to be within 60 degrees of that enemy that it splits its rockets between. But it does see hiddens, so that's good. And one last thing is that the level 4 explosion radius has increased from 4 to 5. And I think that's it. I don't think the Steampunk Rocketeer actually is changed into a crate anymore. It's still actually, you can't still get the Steampunk Rocketeer even though they've changed the skins. I might actually do a review of the skins since they've all changed now, which is pretty good. Lunar skins coming soon. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool.